Hello everyone, hope we're all good. A big thank you to everyone out there who likes, shares and comments on this channel. I bumped into this lad in Newcastle town centre and he was a really colourful character. He could talk like, he was absolutely wrecked, fished out of his head. He was on the pre-gabbling, he was on everything. And he was telling me a story and I was trying to give him a little bit of guidance and relate with him. So hopefully, I'm under no illusion that whatever I say doesn't land with people who are still in the grip of addiction. But we'll see. Let's introduce you to him.
Okay, so tell us, I know you want to remain anonymous, but tell us what it's like for you on the streets and what your experience of people on the streets.
Right, I'm not homeless. I can allow the tune. People who are begging, they're not homeless. They use dogs as a front. The people that suck them like a magician. I'm not a grass lodger to take the spice. It's not to feed addiction. I'm an alcoholic. So I'm not homeless. So I am a con man. But I'm conning not myself, I'm conning people to feed me addiction. So really, our ex-soldier, I can't say too much about myself, but it's like a smoke screen. You got the big issues, the Romanians, he lives in Heaton, he got a big jeep, drops them off. You got prostitution on the West Road, the yardies, the snakeheads, Albanians, they're all coming in. Shouldn't be able to get back where I'm coming from. So you hit Northumberland Street, they're all lined up cutting each other off, and they're up everywhere on the crack pipe soon, and he's wearing chains. And it's just, people
just begging for drugs.
People fall for it,
Yeah.
but they never work. I've had, I can't tell you now. It is survival, but there is jobs out there. But we're getting overpopulated. I'm not a white, I don't know what left wing in the English Defence League. It's a fair play, but I have to say one thing. Extra Royal Regiment of Fusilier. To see on the telly when someone was going to slay them bands. And now they're kicking off. You get one bad apple, but how's your house coming to this country? I've been all over the world, I use my ID. So I'll tell you this one, what's going on. They come to Newcastle, got a name number, that the governor have to load to jail. So they got the Middlesbrough, different name. Can your son think they're making all the money in? All these Chinese shops laundering money. You see a restaurant, no one in. Then all of a sudden you sell it, and that's a clean money. All these barber shops, Turks, Kazakhstan to bring heroin from fish.
And you've been witnessing this for years?
I used to sell plums as a Ben on Northumberland Street where he's passed away now. I worked on the quayside. I'm like Oliver, 2 minutes. Look at the zombie fight. I don't know, and you go, how you mate? Look at the steering.
I love it, yeah, but thanks for your time.
Look, I can't interview him. God bless you.
Yeah, absolutely everything. Right? I was on. I started off with a cigarette. Yeah, started off with a cigarette. Then it went. Someone else encouraged me to smoke green. Now from green it went ecstasy. Then from ecstasy it went to speed. From speed it went to everything else. Do you know what I mean?
How old are you?
I'm 36.
What's your name?
Damon.
Damon, you're 36.
Because I went to rehab 4 weeks ago because of all the trouble I've had over the years, yeah? I'm speaking to a camera here. Right, no, what it is, like, I've been on drugs for a long time, mate. And so I decided to change my life because what it was is like I try my best to like change my life around because I was suffering like what it was, I was suffering other people. Do you know what I mean? I was suffering other people, and because I was suffering other people by asking them for money, sat on them for asking them for change, and I didn't realise that I would upset them by doing that. So for about 2 years I was thinking, like, someone came up to me and approached me about rehab. So I was thinking for 2 years, how can I was trying my hardest. I was pushing forward and they were pulling me back. Do you know what I mean? Like, the drugs were pulling me back. Drugs are a disease, mate. Do you know what I mean? Drugs are a disease.
And what have you had today?
Do you know, I don't want to get locked up for it, mate. I've had cannabis.
How are you going to get locked up?
I've had diazepam, I've had pregabalin, yeah? The only reason I've took them is because I was in a lot of stress because of all the years I've done drugs. Do you know what I mean? I've done drugs for many, many years, mate, and my body cannot cope without anything. So what I've done, I ain't gone to see no one, I ain't gone to see, do you know what I mean? I've done my own thing, and I had a bit of a stash in the woods, do you know what I mean? Just in case this thing happened. So what it is like now, I'm actually no longer in addiction. I'll always be an addict. Do you know what I mean? I'll always be an addict. What's your name?
Billy.
Billy, right? I'll always be an addict, Billy, right? But the thing is, I was trying to get free of addiction, and because of my behaviour, it wasn't drugs that was my behaviour. It was a little bit of alcohol to try and calm my body down, yeah. So, what it was then, I went to rehab for 4 weeks, got shot out of rehab for my behaviour for 4 weeks, and then after 4 weeks, after that, it took like 2 days. And then after 2 days, what I did was like, I ended up like drinking because I was going to be on the Stone Cold Hard Floor, yeah.
But you need to get yourself some help, right? I'm not here to...
Yeah, I know, I do, mate.
Damien, I'm not here to tell you,
do you know drugs?
Yeah.
Once you take drugs, mate, there's going to be a massive block. There'll be a massive block, like on myself. Drugs block things, mate.
Can I tell you something?
Because my body wasn't feeding myself.
Listen, I took drugs for 25 years, right?
Yeah.
I got out of addiction, and so can you.
So can I, you're right.
You're right, you
but
can.
I'll never get out of addiction without being really stressful. You don't know what I was like before I started doing what I was doing.
But look,
I needed was what I needed. But I wouldn't, do you know what, if I don't know what the camera's for. Yeah, don't even worry about me, mate. I don't know what the camera's for, right? But what it is, mate, right, I wouldn't, I'd advise like young lads and young lasses, right, to not even start the first cigarette, because the first cigarette always ends with drugs.
Thank you, Damien.
Always.
Thank you.
And you know what I mean? Maybe a vape, you know what I mean? But the only thing I'm doing is trying to come from my own body now because I've done it for that long.
Thanks for your time.
Well, thank you so much, man.
So here we have St James's Park. War Jackie, 1924 to 1988. War Jackie. You alright, lads? So just bumped into Kevin. Now Kevin's 27, right? He's been on the streets now since the 18th of July. Tell us a little bit about what's been going on, Kevin.
Basically, I got sent to prison for fighting. I done 6 months inside the prison. Got released with no fixed abode. Basically, I've gone to council every day. There's just no male hostels available for us. So like, I just got to keep getting in contact every day. Basically, I don't even know what else to say, to be honest.
You're just struggling, aren't you?
Just badly struggling.
And you told me before he asked you if you were on drugs.
I don't take drugs. I smoke a bit of cannabis on a night. I make enough to make a B&B for somewhere to stay, and that's about it.
So you make £35
£35 a night.
and that'll cover your B&B?
That'll cover one night in the B&B, yeah.
And a little bit of weed?
I'll make a bit more for the weed.
Yeah.
That's 35 for
But what
the
about
hotel.
your food? How do you feed yourself?
I go to the soup kitchens. The takeaways give you food at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's good.
Just.
So what about family and friends? And have you got kids?
No, I've got no kids. Been in care all my life. Never knew my family or nothing.
There's a better way than this, you know. There's a better life for you. You're 27, man.
I know.
It's Kevin, 27. What's going on? You don't want to be sitting here wasting away with a sleeping bag wrapped around you. Come on, mate.
I've got nowhere else to go. Like, if I don't make that money, I can't get nowhere to stay because I can't get the benefits, stuff like that.
Have you had enough of this life?
Yeah, I've had a total enough of it. I'm sick of it. Basically, I'm freezing cold all the time. Like, I'm soaking, my blanket's all soaking.
Lad, fight for your life back, lad. Seriously. Come on.
I'm trying to. I'm getting on them every day.
Do you feel like you speak to people and they haven't been there in the same situation?
Yes.
Well, look, I have, right? I'm going to tell you now, mate, I've been in a worse, darker place than yourself, right? Seriously. That's why I'm here to tell you there's hope out there. But you've got to grab it with both hands, lad. Seriously. You're 27. It's sad to see, you know, the decline in these young lives.
Exactly. Do you know what? They're sending people away, right? Taking their properties off them and then not giving them nowhere to live. When I could have had a property when I got out, but I've lived there for 5 years, and now, like, I'm sitting street homeless because they can't get up their arses and actually help us. When I ask for their help, I beg for their help. Basically, I just smoke cannabis on a night time, and that's about it.
Do you know what, lad, right? I wish you all the best, you know.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
That's all right, no worries.
So this is a deserted shopping mall, Eldon Gardens in Newcastle. Nothing here whatsoever. Big thank you to the security guard. He's let us walk into this deserted shopping centre. It shows what it's really like. So the good news is they're going to reopen at some point. I've just been told by the security guard who's manning the gaff. So that's a positive.
The coast via Wall's End, Newcastle, St. Catherine's.
So I've just happened to come onto this little bit of magic, this gym. It's a Thai boxing gym. It's just off Raby Street in Biker. It's empty at the minute. Let's check this out. Muay Thai.
Alex Foreman.
Suratano.
Alex Foreman? Yeah. Alex Foreman, he's the entertainer of my gym. That's right.
So Lee from Biker is a bit of a pain in the arse, I've just been told. They're all beefing over some bird. That's the norm, innit? Fucking madness. Show your head out, Lee. Once again, thanks for watching from Newcastle and take care.